Hi, this is Mr. Payton. Welcome to Mindset. Today's question is, do you trust yourself? Now, I'm like most people. I got my trust issues for a number of different reasons. So even though people who talk to me probably think that, I'm willing to give quite a bit of information, I seem very transparent. That all is true. But when it comes down to who's in my inner circle, who gets to come around my daughter, things like that, that group of people is really, really small. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and there was like, I don't know, you guys know that voice you get in the back of your head when you think something ain't right? And sometimes you're like, no, I'm okay. No, this is one of those times I was like, no, I know for sure something ain't right. So I kind of got out of conversation, and come to find out that person was into all kind of drama and stirring up all kind of mischief. So I definitely avoided that. But I think we all deal with that on some level. So I'm gonna boil this down to two things, and it may not be the most politically correct thing to say, but I'll break it down for you and I think it'll make some sense. There's two kind of people I don't trust. Ugly people and stupid people. Now, that may not sound right, but what I mean is ugly people is not what you think. Ugly has nothing to do with how heavy you are, how skinny you are, if you're blonde or if you're black or if you're Hispanic. It has nothing to do with it. Ugly is almost a personality trait to me. You know those people who spend a lot of time either blaming others or talking about others or just putting other people down? See, those are ugly people. People who their self-esteem is so low that they spend so much time pushing everybody else down so they'll seem like they're higher. And to an extent, you can kind of see them coming. The people who spend like so much time on their looks. Like, don't get me wrong. Let me be clear what I'm saying here. I ain't talking about, dress nice, make sure your hair is. I ain't talking about that. You guys know what I'm talking about. There are those people who dress nice, look nice, smell nice, whatever. And then there's people's like, okay, look like you're doing a little bit too much. Those are really ugly people. You know why? Because they're never satisfied with how they look. Never. Their haircut is never quite right. The makeup never fits quite right. The shoes ain't shiny enough or new enough, and they're not fancy enough, whatever. So I don't trust ugly people. The next group of people is I don't trust stupid people. Now, let me define it. And again, I know these are not nice words to use, but stupid is not someone who can't read. Stupid is not someone who has like a legitimate condition. I'm talking about stupid people. People who know what the heck they're doing, and they just do the wrong stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? The person that like looks and says, well, I'm going to try to jump over that. And everybody is saying, that is not going to go well. And you start taking out your phone because it's going to be an incident. Like those people. I don't mess with people who are like looking for thrills. Like, have you guys ever seen the movie or the show Jackass? Like, them are people I wouldn't trust, man. Those are the kind of dudes who will pull a prank on you anywhere, anytime. I don't mess with those people. They're funny to watch, but I wouldn't want them to be my homies and be around me. So I don't trust those people. Now, this may not seem like it goes with all the other topics I've hit on and all the other kind of stuff I've talked about, but I am making a really serious point here. Do you trust yourself? See, I trust myself 100%. So if I mess up, it's cool. I own it. If I do something wrong, I'll admit it. Because I trust myself. I trust myself that if I do something wrong or make a mistake, that I can recover, that I can come back, that I can make amends. The reason why I don't trust people in a lot of situations is because I don't believe they have that same intentionality. I don't believe that everybody is truly out to do right by others. That's a sad thing to say, but I just don't believe it. I believe that most people have motives, and in many cases, those motives could possibly harm you. I'm not in that business. Again, you give me somebody who doesn't know any better, no problem. You give me somebody who's trying to learn, cool. You give me somebody who just, for whatever reasons, doesn't have the skill set or doesn't have the look or whatever. Like, man, when I was a kid, I hung out with all the kids that you would have called nerds or squares or whatever, man, because I didn't care what they looked like or if they were popular. I didn't think I was popular. I just happened to be tall, happened to play some sports at a certain age. But before that, I was just like everybody else. So I don't look at people, from the outside appearance. I deal with people on like how cool they are, how authentic they are, how loyal they are. That's the stuff that matters to me. Give me a loyal person, give me an authentic person, I'll rock with them all day long. But them, you know what I mean? Those funny style people that they just don't look right. I don't mess with them. But coming back to the point, I trust me 100%. If you tell me who you're going to bet on, me. You put me up against anybody, I feel like I'm going to come out on top. And so even though I said some kind of odd things there, I said some stuff that maybe even made you laugh. The point is that I trust me. I trust myself enough to sit on this screen and talk to you. I mean, you know, this is crazy, man. If you would have told me 3 years ago I was going to be on social media, particularly YouTube, I'd have laughed at you. I would have, because I didn't know what it was. I didn't see the value in it. I'm one of those people that the pandemic clarified things for me. It didn't make things worse for me. It clarified things. I took it as an opportunity to learn, and I looked at, wait a minute, there are people who will sit and stare at a screen and I can get my message out. And my message is just to help people. So if that's what it is, cool. Speaking of which, man, it has been unbelievable, the responses I've gotten from all of you who are watching, who support me. And so I just want to take time to say thank you as I bring this episode of Mindset to an end. You know, I am just trying to teach the lessons that curriculum or state standards won't allow. These are some skills that we need to be the best versions of ourselves. So I hope that you are learning from these things, that it's making you think, it's making you have conversations with people. Really appreciate that. I appreciate all the subscribers and all the comments that I get, and I hope that people continue to do that. So again, this is Mr. Payton. It's another episode of Mindset, and today's question was, do you trust yourself? I do. The question is, do you trust yourself? I hope you guys have a wonderful day.